This is Phillip Hudok. As you can see, there's an overflow crowd of the West Virginia Citizens Defense people. It's our understanding that the agenda item has been pulled. So therefore, these people are still here for a show of force that we are watching government, that government works for us, that our rights come from God, but they're guaranteed in the Constitution. And gun rights are supposed to be, the rights to self-defense should not be infringed. So that's the bottom line. So this is our building. These are our employees. They work for us, and we're here to remind them of that. And when it comes to the Second Amendment, there is no compromise. Unfortunately, we have not been following the Constitution for a long, long time. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Unfortunately, most lawyers, which quite often end up politicians, do not take any courses in the Constitution. They seem to want to rely on case law, and by the time you get out on the limb of case law, it has nothing to do with the Constitution. So that's why I'm a member of the Constitution Party. I'm also a member of the West Virginia Citizens Defense League. And there are probably far more people out in the hall than there are actually in this room. This is Phil Hudok, broadcasting live from Charleston, West Virginia, second floor of the Capitol building. And the meeting was actually supposed to start at 5 o'clock. It's now 5:08. There are probably, I would say, 50 members of the West Virginia Citizens Defense League in here. There are a number of members in the hallway, and there are more people coming all the time. So I'm just broadcasting here. Anything you want to say?
Not yet.
Not yet?
It's back. This thing is back on the agenda.
Oh, it's back on the agenda now.
It's flipped on the phone. Yeah, it's back on the agenda. Senator Ojeda said it's like changed 3 times in the last hour.
It's
So
back
we don't know
on.
if they worked out the deal or what.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Tom, you want to walk us through originating bill number 4?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. Originating bill number 4 that the committee has before it would amend Article 7 of Chapter 61 and add thereto a new section designated Section 3A. The purpose of this bill is to prohibit persons who are already prohibited from possessing firearms, from possessing concealed non-firearm deadly weapons. And the penalty, first offense, would be a misdemeanor with a fine of $100 to $1,000, 90 days to a year or both. Second subsequent offenses would be a felony and with a fine of $1,000 to $5,000, or a definite term of years of not more than 5 for both incarceration and fine.
So that's one of my biggest fears right here. I mean, initially when I heard about this, it was carrying pocket knives, and where I'm from, everybody over the age of 6 will find themselves in trouble if that's the case. But now that we narrow it down to the felons, I still have to say that, there's a lot of people out there that in their job, pretty much requires them to carry things like knives and stuff like that. And I think, putting them in a situation that could derail them and put them back in jail is not a good thing.
Senator from Wetzel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. point of it is to think of dangerous weapons generally, including things other than bombs and guns. Council to understand that the purpose of this, as it comes before the committee, is to keep people who have been determined not to, shouldn't be allowed to possess firearms, to possess other kinds of deadly weapons in a concealed manner.
But do you feel if I really go to get a violent crime, do you think I would worry about this law? This would be the least amount of worries.
Senator from Tucker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tom, so what you're saying, if I'm a felon, and I can walk down the street with a 8-inch hunting knife strapped to my side, as long as it's used, I'm not breaking the law, correct?
The senator is correct.
So if I have a 2-inch pocket knife in my pocket, then I am breaking the law. Or 3-inch. 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches.
If you could, yes, sir, you could.
Under its general authority, the chair hereby removes originating bill number 4 from the agenda of this committee to receive no further consideration. Let's move on. Let's examine Deborah. Yes, Senator 404. Thank you for coming, everybody. Before we head back.
I think this is pretty much everybody. It's enough. So good job. Senator Trump has pulled the bill off the agenda. I think he saw that there was not a great deal of support for it among senators that are usually going to vote with him on things. I was generally amused. I came out of a meeting just before that committee meeting with Senator Trump and with Senator Weld. Senator Weld attempted to deny any culpability in trying to pull a fast one on us. It was to the point where I nearly got up and walked out of the room, which is not something I often do with legislators. So Weld is completely unapologetic about his attempt to repeal half of constitutional carry in this state. Senator Trump, looked like he got blindsided, if I were to guess. Looked like he were blindsided by this thing. He personally crafted out some language, which was the new bill. You guys probably heard me report the WVCDL as being neutral on, because suddenly the scope of the bill was limited down to convicted felons. And then you heard all of the committee members, their issues they had without even us in the mix with that. And some of those points that they brought up were pretty good. That Judiciary Committee's got some good legislators on it. I'm going to tell you right now that if you guys had not been here in the numbers that you're in, that bill would have sailed through the way it was the other night. It would have sailed through, it would have been a complete repeal. I promise you. So thank you guys for coming. Seriously, it made a huge difference. When you get the West Virginia Senate Judiciary Committee looking like deer in the headlights, you've done a good thing. They understood how important this was to West Virginia's gun owners, and like I say, Senator Trump worked up language. I think he actually hand wrote it himself, and it was far less objectionable language. It changed the language of the bill to an intent of they just kind of want to pick on felons when it comes to other deadly weapons, non-firearm deadly weapons. We've heard some rumor mill about what sparked this with regard to Weld. In our opinion, that rumor mill doesn't matter. That was a really anti-gun bill. That's the kind of bill I would have expected to see from a guy like Corey Palumbo, or if he were still with us, Stephen Skinner, or worse. That was the most anti-gun bill I've seen in this legislature in a long time. I guess Will just thought we wouldn't notice. So, folks noticed. you guys noticed, and you let them know that you noticed, and it's really important that you did that. I really thank you guys for answering the call. Believe me, it makes a difference. If you guys had not been here in the numbers you were in, I probably would not have been in that meeting at all. They probably would not have asked me, the meeting prior to the meeting, to come back and sit down and talk about language. If they hadn't seen what they were stepping on, meaning you guys, I probably wouldn't have been part of that conversation. And that conversation was a good one. So if this comes back up, which the clock is ticking really, really fast on this, I don't think it's going to, but if it does, we do expect that it'll be the better version that doesn't impact us, assuming none of y'all are felons. So good job, and thank you very much for coming out here. Help us keep that average up there. So thanks, guys. Go get something to eat. Really, thank you for coming out. Made a difference.